Not every day is perfect. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. Yesterday, I was so fortunate to have a $12,000 day. If you guys didn't check out yesterday's video, I did a trading recap. I talked about my trades, what led to my success, and we've been on an amazing streak. I'm sure you guys have seen day after day. I like to daily recap my trades. And today it's still an amazing day. It's just red for me. And I want you guys to know that you're definitely not alone. Overall, I just re-entered my TQQQ trade. And because direction is in now of our favor, right? Still descending moving average. That's somewhat of a risk. Right now, I'm in the red. I want to show you that not only do I like showing you and expressing the importance of what leads to my success on my green days, but today during my live trading session, I made a lot of very simple mistakes. And I think that's the whole point of trading live every day. It's not just to see someone win on a consistent basis, but being realistic, no one's perfect. We're going to make mistakes all the time. And I at least like to make that mistake in front of my group because it showcases simple steps that I could have taken, therefore simple steps that you could have taken to avoid that unfortunate trade. The goal is never to be perfect because that's impossible. The goal is never to avoid risk because then what's the point in that, right? Our job is to tolerate the risk that we choose to take. And that at any time, if things become uncertain, what should we do? Reduce position size and or lock it in altogether. Close out that entire position. But that was definitely not the case today, so I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. Down pretty much $2,000 on the day, and I want you guys to be aware. I don't know how much you're down or whatever it is if you're up on the day. Normally I do pretty good trading in between SQQQ and TQQQ. Today just was not the case, and I wanted to show you guys that. What is going on? What is being factored into the market? I personally think it's Tesla's earnings. So Procter & Gamble reported earnings today. It's up 2.4%. The two other stocks that I'm paying attention to today that report earnings, Tesla is my number one, and that's after market hours, as well as United Airlines. The overall markets are down, at least overall tech markets are down. So if your stock that is tech focused is down, I want you to know that you're definitely not alone. I think that we are factoring in right now, or at least taking into consideration what was factored in yesterday to the market. The market rose about 6.5%. And as of right now, the market is down 3%. Not the market, the triple leverage ETF, right? So yesterday the markets rose 2%. Today they're pulled back 1%. It's just kind of adjusting. That's the way that I see it. Not every day can be a green day. The market can't always continue to rise. Sometimes, especially after Netflix earnings yesterday, if you guys haven't checked out, Netflix has dropped 35% at the lowest. I think it was down 40% on the day. We need to understand that earnings are never a perfect time to trade. They get very choppy. But if in my opinion, and this is just mine, if Tesla does drop, which I don't think it will, but if Tesla does drop because it misses its earnings, I view that as a great dip buy opportunity, as long as nothing extreme is said. If they simply miss earnings and then that gets factored in and Tesla drops to like $950, $900, I personally think it's a great entry for the long-term perspective of Tesla. But again, just my opinion. Why don't I think that Tesla is going to drop? Because for the past 4 previous earnings, they've exceeded expectation. I think that they have great expectations for 2022 and producing their Model Y is going to be their most produced vehicle ever in history with, I think, over 400,000 units set to be made this year. That's a huge milestone. Tesla coming in from being one of the most unwanted and not desired companies as it started with their Roadster and their EV Tesla. And now look at them. Progress, right? It's not about being perfect. This didn't happen in just one day, right? It took time. As long as you work towards breaking those bad habits one step at a time, that's what it's all about, right? The same thing with our trading. One of the questions that I've been getting a lot of, I cannot stress this enough. So many people, this is just my opinion, right? That's why you guys watch my YouTube channel. You guys can share your opinions down in the comment section. Netflix, because it dropped 35%, everyone continues to think, oh my God, This is a great dip buy opportunity. Let me share with you one reason it is not, in my opinion. For the past year, ever since it peaked at highs of $700 a share, from 700 down to 212, every single time ever since then it reported earnings, it has dropped, it has dropped, it has dropped, it has dropped. It's not about how cheap it is. It's about that the overall direction is simply not in our favor. So yes, $200 is cheap, but so was 300 in perspective to 700. 450 was cheap in comparison to 700. It's all cheap in retrospect. But guess what? What is one thing that has not changed? It's direction. It is bearish. That's all. That's all I have to share with you. Is it impossible for you to make money on Netflix? Of course not. But it's so much more difficult when direction is not in your favor. Think about it today. How much more difficult is it to make money as the market is selling off? It's not impossible. You can make money on these little rallies, but if it gets rejected once again, and that rejection is consistent time after time after time for the past year, really it's been almost, it's been, I guess it hasn't been for the past year, but in my opinion, it's been so bearish for such a long time. It's just too risky. I wish you guys nothing but the best. If you decide to buy the dip, all power to you. Please follow up with me. I'd love to see your overall progress. But as of right now, I just view Netflix to be too bearish, direction's not in our favor, and therefore too risky. I would love to buy into it when it proves itself to me that it could indicate signs of an uptrend. I think that's a great and very simple way to look at it. I like to keep my trading simple. Yes, sometimes I miss out on some opportunities, but I also avoid a lot of nonsense type of trading. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. Friendly reminder, I do trade live every single day with the Learn Plan Profit group. So if you would like to join my live trading sessions, even as soon as tomorrow at market open, I would love to have you. Click the second link down below, and that's our Learn Plan Profit 2.0 team. So you can learn a little bit more about it and to see if it's a good fit for you. Also, maybe if you're not ready for that, but you want to join my free Discord chat, that's going to be the first link down below. And don't forget to stay connected. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram, and that's the third link in the description. I hope that it earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Friendly reminder, we have some aluminum art sale on our fourth link. That's shoptechbuds.com. 2 aluminum arts for $120, and again, that is one of our biggest sales, especially if you've been waiting for an aluminum art sale. I appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.